Hello, hello. Let's see if anyone shows up. I don't know. That's a little better, maybe. Hey Hashem, how are you? Yes, thank you. I put that up for her graduation. Let's see. Let me center my screen so it's you can still see her over my shoulder. How are you, Is? See you on social media all the time. Social media, I sound so old to say that, right? He was bored. Hashem, of course I remember you. How could I forget you? No, that doesn't work. That's better, right? Tell me what's better. I don't know. I only got two people on here so far. That's kind of lame. I'm not typing responses, so I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? All right. Let's see. I'm bored. I made one video earlier today for my football team, so that's why. Good is. How are you? Is you? I hope you own stock in your job, Healthy Fresh. You put up a lot of stuff. Yemen. Wow. What time is it there? I'm curious. I'm gonna look at my phone. What time is it in Yemen? Cool. I haven't done. You mean like the live stream like this? Because I haven't done this in a while. Oh, this week. Okay. I'm on the fence about doing Timmy for eighth grade. Okay. Oh wow, 8:30 at night. So you already know what happened today. Oh well, thank you. Is yeah, that was a little tough. He's still dealing with it a little bit. I was at his place in the Bronx Tuesday helping clean out his apartment, but he's doing okay. You know. Anyway, let me see who shows up. How about you guys? What are you doing this summer? Is what are you up to? Um, well, Hashem, my father's longtime girlfriend passed away last month, so he was with her for like 32 years, so that was a lot. Hey, Justin, what's up, guy? Um, I'm not doing anything. Like I said, I'm kind of bored. I've been very active lately. I'm outside a lot. I don't know if you could tell from the video, but I'm generally pretty tan. Um, so, oh, Mexico. Where are you going in Mexico? I went to Cabo San Lucas when I was around your age with my friends. Nice. We went to Cabo. I was 24. So, once upon a time. And we went for 2 weeks before. This was before Cabo got super popular. So, we had a crazy good deal. We had a very good time. La 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 la. Justin, what are you doing with yourself now? You just graduated, didn't you? Hey, Jaden, what's up? It's funny seeing all these names. You brag about me in Yemen. Wow, where are you going to college? Nice. All right. Well, thank you. Um, this summer I haven't. Well, I mean, it's only been 3 weeks, pretty much since school ended, so I haven't done too much in the ways of social studies. I've kind of been focused on my football team, my family, trying to take care of myself. Are you still going to school over there? Okay. Are you just? Do you live there now, Hashem, or are you just there for a period of time? I'm curious how it goes over there. I would guess you study for history. You study. Yemen history, or do you still look at world history or U.S. history? I'm curious how that goes. Hmm. Wanted to see if some of my current students would show up. Wow, I love hearing from you guys. At some point, I got to meet up. At some point I'm going to surprise Isabella, and I'm going to show up at her job, and I'm going to order a nice chicken wrap. That would be cool. So I don't want to seem like the creepy old man though. That's the thing. I'm 52. I showed him, oh my God, you look beautiful. It'd be like, huh? I don't want that. So yeah, I'm staying at VNA. There had been a thought, maybe you heard on the podcast, I was considering leaving, but at the end of the day, VNA has a lot more things that I like than I dislike. And chopped cheese, yeah. Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna stay at VNA. There's, yeah. A lot of things have changed at VNA. A lot of things are still the same. Miss Hernandez and me, we still hold down the 8th grade. Miss Robinson moved on last year, so but we've both been teaching 8th grade for a long time. Me a little longer. Miss Gilligan's still there, but a lot of the people from when Iz was there, which was a million years ago, they moved on. But some of us are still there. I'm still planning on staying. I was considering going to teach at Woodlands where I coach, but at the end of the day, I thought the best thing for me was to stay, for me and my family. I love coaching at Woodlands, but teaching there, it would have been a big changeover, and I just didn't want to do that. I think I made the right decision. Anyhow, but I haven't been thinking too much social studies wise this summer. Like I said, I've been outside a lot. I work in my yard. Those of you might remember, I got a big yard. Oh, it's tough setting that stuff up. There were a lot of teachers that, like I said, that moved on. So the teachers that are there, of the teachers that were there when you were there, I'm trying to think, because Mr. Lazarus just moved on. He's been working in real estate and he's doing really well, so he's not there. So the teachers you had in 7th and 8th grade, the only ones that are left, wow. Well, Miss McConville is still there, but she teaches 5th grade. And then the 8th grade teachers, the ones that you had, I'm the only teacher you had that was in 8th grade is. So that makes it trickier too, because the teachers that are there, they're not really motivated to have a reunion with kids they never taught, and for me, I'm head coach of this football program. So September, October, I'm extraordinarily busy and I run right out at 2:30. And that was never the way I was, but because I have this football program, I have to go. McConville was Duffy when you were there. She was Miss Duffy when you were there. She has since gotten married and had 2 kids. And so the ELA teacher when you were there was Miss Santana, and she has moved on. Hashim. So, it's tough to get people to want to stay after school and things. I live really far. This. That hasn't changed. And my kids are older. Dal's 16. Kylie's about to turn 14 this week. And it's tough when I'm not at VNA to have to run back 70 miles to come into the Bronx. I wanted to do something. I'm not saying we won't, but it's just harder, and so, yeah. And then there's been a lot of changeover. And then to be honest, it's sort of like you have been one of the students over the years that I've heard from pretty consistently, which is amazing. And there are several students that do that, and I appreciate that. Haley from the first year, Melanie, some of the other students from the first couple of years, but a lot of students, you move on. It's kind of what happens. It's sometimes it stinks, but sometimes it's just the natural course of things. Students move on to the next chapters of their lives, and they don't really think about middle school. I hope I had a positive impact, but it's really difficult to kind of keep regular contact with kids, especially that, with social media, even it's like, I'll see how they're doing, but I don't want to pry into kids that are still under 18. They're very self-dramatic, and, I can only see so many selfies of a kid, or a kid doing something inappropriate. And so I just don't follow them. And I'm old, so I'm on Facebook more than Instagram. I'm not on Snap. I've recently gotten addicted to TikTok, but I'm not going to post much videos there. It's just really seeing, life hacks and stuff like that I watch there. So it's hard to keep contact with older students, especially that it's middle school. It's not like a high school graduation where it's a little bit more driven by the alumni. You know, we have several students that work in VNA that went to VNA, which is really cool. You know, Angelica was in the first graduating class, and she's a para now. Um, who else? There's a couple other students that work in the building in some capacity. You know, but it's hard to get people to come back and set up something. You know, once they've moved on. You know, so that's just being honest about it. Oh well, thank you, Hashim. I think I'm speaking to only a couple of you. See who else is here. Somebody just left. So anyway, um, anyhow, that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to check in. I was bored. So that is also. Oh, you're gonna go for your master's in teaching, which is funny. You, I always loved you is in the classroom, but you sometimes were a resistant student. You know, you kind of wanted to do things the way you wanted to do them. So it's kind of cool that you think about going into the classroom. That would be amazing. You know, and be prepared because there's a lot of students that that are going to be resistant when you're in there. So hopefully you're doing it for the right reasons. Hopefully you love being around kids and educating, you know, because there's some teachers that just get into it for summers off and being done by 3:00. And if that's what you're thinking, don't do that. That's all. It's wet and miserable outside, which sucks. I've been outside a lot. So hey Bez, how are you, man? Good. There's one of my current guys about to be in 8th grade. Yeah, I like that idea. The idea of inspiring, like I saw something where it's like, you know, be the person that I needed when I was younger. And that's kind of how you should teach. Like I remember when I was younger, I felt misunderstood by teachers and kind of, you know, like kind of forgotten in some way. So I try to make each one of my students kind of feel appreciated. I kind of try to make the material more interesting because I felt like a lot of teachers were boring when I went to school. So if you can be that teacher that motivates kids and makes them interested and makes them feel appreciated, then you'll be doing the right thing. You know, I think that's great. Is how to shoot a gun? Huh? Well, good. I don't know what to say. You know, don't shoot at me. I don't know when high school starts. I know at Woodlands where I coach. I think the first day is September 6th or 7th. I'm not sure. And I think at VNA it's the same, either the 6th or the 7th. But I'm not really thinking about that so much. Like I said, English, that would be cool. That's interesting. You know, again, like I hope you're doing it from a place where you appreciate the subject and you can convey that appreciation to your students. Because like for me, I love history. I eat history. Like the one thing I have been doing over the summer is I am reading all the time. So, you know, when I, you know, get back to the classroom, I know my stuff and I've learned more stuff, and hopefully I can convey that to in a way that's compelling and interesting. And that's what you got to do, whatever subject you teach. So cool is, you know, it's really weird seeing you in person at some point. Because first, not for nothing, you were beautiful. I see pictures of you, I'm like, oh my gosh, you were this little kid, and now you're this woman who's taking control of her life. That's fantastic. Hashim, what grade are you? Hashim, you're gonna be you're gonna be a junior because you were 2020, right when COVID hit, right? So you're a class of 2024, so you're about to be a senior, I would suspect. And I see Besmir here. He's gonna be an 8th grader, so he's gonna be VNA class of 2024. Wow. Okay. Bess, I hope you work hard. You always were well behaved and did things good sometimes in my class, but you better carry that over. You know. So you're Hashim, you're 17, I guess then? That sounds about right. I would think so. And is the good news too, and again, this is so cool. Like I wish I was having this conversation with you in person. I wish I mean I could do it on Instagram, but that's weird. I don't know. Yeah, everyone matures. That's the thing. Like that's why it's sort of like, and I think adults do this sometimes. They'll be like, oh, these kids today, they do that stuff a lot. And I hate that. Because when we were kids, we did the same dumb things. We didn't have social media or the cool game systems you guys have today, but we did the same dumb stuff. We made the same bad mistakes and decision making, and you know, and we learn from them, and you mature. You know, so I'm sure you have. You're 22, 23 is, I'm guessing. So you still got plenty of time to make bad mistakes, just be careful. But yeah, I was in middle school, I was kind of nerdy, you know, 23. Okay. 23, that's when I started teaching. So I was still young as far as immature. It really isn't until I turned 27, 28, 29 where I started wisening up. You have relationships that don't work out, and you make that bad life decisions as far as, oh, I shouldn't have drank all of that, or um, I should have been a little more responsible about work. I should be a little more responsible with my money. And but it's good that you're kind of ahead of things a little bit, maybe than from where I was. That you're already thinking about your masters and stuff. That's about where I was, but it still took me a few years to grow into myself a little bit, get away from the college mentality. You know, you live at this store. That's funny. Let's see. I got to go to see my dad this week in the Bronx. He lives over by Pelham Bay Park, so maybe I'll stop by and get a sandwich. That would be really cool. And then I'll have to take a selfie with you. Yeah, so I have proof that I saw you. Anyhow, all right, I'm gonna bail. This was pretty cool, just coming in. You know, you're always great when it comes to these things. So, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I got to call my dad later today, and then I'll probably be there either Tuesday early afternoon, Wednesday early afternoon, or Thursday early afternoon. One of those 3 times. So if I do, I'll stop by. All right, guys. Hashim, I hope you're doing okay. Whoever else is watching, I saw Jaden in here. I saw Justin in here. I saw Besmir in here. Cool, cool, cool. How do I find out who's in here? Let me see this. I haven't done this. I meant to do this in a minute. All right. I don't want to do that. Let's see who's here. All right, I'm out. Peace.